Hello?
Hello?
Yes, I'm talking to Selin.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Are you ready for interview?
Yeah.
Uh, Tell me about yourself.
Hello?
Hello,
Yeah.
Selin. Tell me about yourself.
So my name is Shalin. I work in Lucknow-based company since last 1.8 years. Uh, I have worked with two different companies in my 3.6 years corporate career. And it's all about like experience in Android development. In first organization, I work with like a lot about like payment solution. I have worked with like external SDK like a APS, BVPS, and recharge application like bill payments over there, and third party API integration like Cyberplate and like Mahagram APS. And in a second organization, I have a lot of work with different type of projects like grocery store, e-commerce as solutions, food
Okay.
delivery application like a Swiggy or Zomato, and I have also worked with like a video consulting application or like I integrated Agora and Firebase also I integrated, Jitsi I integrated, and I also work with like SOAP REST APIs. That's about my experience.
Can you bit explain FSTH Home e-commerce app? What is it?
That's about the AFST home e-commerce solution. It's all about like providing grocery or in local area. Like it's all about like three branches over there. One is Bangalore, in Chandigarh, in Lucknow. That's about providing like vegetables at that local area. Now it's providing grocery like daily meals, and also providing like a food. That's all about like that in Java overall.
What about Kotlin? How much experience in Kotlin?
That's 2 years.
What about Flutter?
1 month around.
Okay.
Uh,
So what is different between lazy init and late init?
so basically late init, we have variable declaring that declare that variable that not can be initialized later. Like suppose we have declare a variable, we can initialize it later. There is a method is initialized to check that variable is already initialized or not. If I make it late init, but I didn't initialize it later, that will give exception error, compile error that that particular variable has not been initialized yet.
What
In
is
case of lazy exception,
exception error and compilation error?
sorry,
What is exception error and compilation error?
what is exception error and compilation error? Compilation error is all about like syntax, syntactual or like a whatever that spelling mistakes over there. But in exception, that exception is basically like all about that hasn't to be like supposed to that case that become a case that hasn't supposed to be like in Android layout exception, layout inflate exception like null pointer exception that a particular, let's suppose like any variable that declared not supposed to be null and that become a runtime null that considered to be like a null pointer exception that got application crashes over there sometimes.
Okay. What is different between val versus constant?
Val versus const.
Hmm.
Yeah. Well, basically, like a variable that has to assigning a particular value to the variable that can be further changeable, and like declaring a particular variable const that can't be like further modifiable, that can be modified. Const variable. Const variable basically must need a particular assigning a value while declaring that variable. Well, val doesn't require that such that.
What are data classes?
Data class is basically a classes that hold the reference of like so basically that data classes are like getting the response from the data classes basically are all about like POSO classes in the Kotlin that have to like hold the data from API integration to like visualizing, routing to the particular view holder or like any view. Like suppose,
What is?
yeah,
Okay. What is fragment?
fragment is all about like a piece of screen. Like you can consider like a particular that's a default class of Android that has to hold the widgets over particular activity. That fragment can't be directly usable. That must be a particular apparent activity over there. Fragment is you basically that frequent is usable. Like we have the fragment manager to handle that. Like fragment support manager handle the nested fragment over there. Yeah.
Okay. Fragment lifecycle.
Yeah, fragment lifecycle is all about like to handle the fragment state of a particular application.
Can you name the
Yeah.
like,
There is
function?
Sorry.
Can you name the stages? Like, what are the fragment lifecycle?
Okay. Fragment lifecycle has a separate functions like on create, on start, on be created, and further on resume goes like where. Sorry.
Hello, your voice is not.
Sorry. Yeah, that's about like a fragment lifecycle.
Yeah. How many apps you have developed in Android Play Store? Like Google Play Store?
I have worked with deployed. I have worked deployed more than 20 or like that's around between 20 to 30 over there.
So you have seen like APK and AAB files. So basically, what are these? What are the differences?
But basically, APK file is that's a lot that can't be like directly installed to the application, but AAB file that can't be installed to the directly application as either release or debug. But AAB file that are mandatory to deploy a particular application in the Play Store in the now scenarios. But previously, before that, we can use both like APK or bundle for the Play Store. But now in the scenario, we can use bundle file only. That APK file, that bundle file is, I think that have to compact the size of APK, and that reduce the size of APK application to the stored in the Play Store, and that also like reducing the unused resources from the a bundle, and that also helps to like analyzing where the real time crashes, the runtime crashes in that particular application over there, and that helps to predicting like different screen sizes from the Play Store console.
Okay. What is pending intent and sticky intent?
So pending intent basically all about we can that use we in notification. Like if you want to some action perform in the future, you can use pending intent. Like notification हम जब sir like notification पर हम click करते हैं तो हमारा intent होता है. In the case of sticky intent, it perform like on future broadcast listeners. That like system level, like a battery announcement, particular alarm.
So what are broadcast services?
Broadcast is all about like announcing something like making an announcement that we are broadcast at that application level or like so basically broadcast, that's all about to making the announcement in the application, while service is like also like used to messaging between the like system level, like creating creating a service for picking a particular image from gallery, or like making things like using making an alarm, making a background media playing. That can be helped via that can be done via help of like a service.
Have you heard about AsyncTask?
Yeah, AsyncTask is basically all about like to that there are three phases, like on pre-execute, on post-execute, and like on background.
Basically, why we use AsyncTask?
That basically are like making a particular task between like let's suppose I'm in my case, I use AsyncTask for network calls in the SOAP library, like with SOAP. In the like a pre-execute function, I show the dialog, progress dialog to the user, and in the background, I make a network call via SOAP, and after in post execute, we mention that whatever that response I'm getting from network call. That basically a way of doing we can use volley also in an async task. That basically a way of doing a particular task in multiple threads. Like we can use a pre-execute in UI thread also, and we can do a work. Async task that will provide a particular result.
Okay. So you have heard AsyncTask is depreciated now. So what are the replacement options we have now?
The replacement of async task.
Yes.
Have
you used Coroutine?
Sorry?
Have you ever used Coroutine?
Yeah, Coroutine, that and Kotlin. Yeah,
Yes.
I got it.
So
that also work most of that work is async task.
So
that also
can you
thread
explain a bit more about Coroutine?
Sorry?
Can you explain about Coroutine? What is this? How we can use?
The Coroutine basically that as we discussed, Coroutine is like a lightweight like a thread pool that has to doing a simultaneously task over there. Coroutine basically that easily run to tasks. Yeah, we can use a network call also for that. Coroutine is basically Coroutine is a thread pool. Through Coroutine we can easily run the task smoothly, and Coroutine. Sorry. Coroutine basically helps to manage the long running task by using thread pool. Yep.
So in your 2-year experience of Kotlin, have you ever used this thing?
Yeah, I use with the keyword for network calls.
Okay. So where we use Work Manager?
Work Manager basically used for that also work like service. That application is running whether or not that Work Manager would be work over there. Network call basically I use for that purpose application is not working in the vendor application. Let's suppose you have a particular in the food delivery application the particular customer has ordering something, and a vendor has to vendor has the responsibility to get the immediate order. Then we have to use a Work Manager to whenever the application notification received for a particular order, we have to launch the particular application vendor application to show the whatever the user has to order.
Okay.
Work Manager is used for runtime announcement something in launching that application. Have you got? I think.
Okay. And then what are the services?
Sir, Jetpack. Work Manager is basically a Jetpack support library. That is a modern concept. The services is basically a component of Android that also works. Most of work that can be done via service and Work Manager. Service is basically a system level thing, but Work Manager is application level thing. That also works. Most of work like same.
How many types of services?
That's foreground and background.
Okay. You have used Java?
Yes, sir.
So, tell me the difference between sleep and awake.
Sorry?
Sleep and awake.
Sorry, I'm not able to hear you.
What are the difference between sleep and awake?
Await and?
Sleep.
Sleep. Sir, if I consider about await is a function in a Kotlin that helps to we have using thread, but I didn't use a flip function over there in your keyword anyways.
Have you heard singleton class?
Singleton class. Yeah, singleton class is basically that are the especially like start with the keyword singleton, and basically a singleton class like without creating a call we can create like a object at once. The singleton class basically can we create a single object only, and there is no need of any constructor. That also not allowed. Uh, Others, so like we can use like init block over there. So
Okay. Uh, how you manage backstack in Fragment?
uh, we can use like a fragment stack. We can also like maintain a flag. There's several ways like maintaining a backtrace over there. We can use like a separate variable to the like maintaining where the current fragment and from where it comes. And we can use like a whether we can like on key back listener in the fragment and check the public static variable. We can, let's suppose I am currently on fragment A and I have started with fragment B. So and also have declared a variable in activity like a public static a variable like a current fragment and a previous fragment. So from first fragment I would like put that variable as like true from fragment whatever wherever I am. Then I would check
Okay.
like from like a top level fragment to like getting back to that, and then after that I will replace that fragment from where I will come.
So, what are the purpose of replace in Fragment?
While replacing that, while adding fragment is maintaining fragment stack. While replacing fragment that like that like previous fragment won't be there. After while I'm doing back, then whether any fragment would be there or not, then activity would be back.
Have you used their preference?
Yes.
So, is there any difference between commit and apply?
Yeah.
And what is it?
Sir, commit basically sir returns the response that particular task like saving or updating that a particular variable is going true or not. But apply it doesn't give any response.
Have you used any kind of design pattern?
Sorry.
Have you
Hello.
ever used? Okay. Have you ever used any kind of design pattern like MVPM, MVC, MVP?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
So nowadays, like MVPM is like a trending design pattern over there. There are lots of benefits of that. Like uh, MVPM basically like that's like work like MVP, MVC, and like MVPM both are like all about like they are used to like performance of application, and like obviously readable and like beautiful code would be like so. So MVPM basically is invented for like sorry. MVPM is all about like modifying that particular segment that doesn't even makes aware to the like reflection of particular modifying a segment that doesn't reflecting the other segment of particular object. Like separation of
So,
concern, the leading thing to the like MVPM, like not affected when changes in any section in the other reflection would be. And like V model doesn't hold reference of like a fragment or activity over there. MVPM also like
okay,
has
okay.
to support
Have
like
you
yep.
okay? Have you ever used MVPM in your project?
Yes, sir.
So, what are live data?
The live data basically can be considered as a view model that directly helps to like updating the activity of fragment or particularly like recycle view, whatever that.
Okay. One question from Java: array versus linked list. What is the difference between both of them?
Sir, linked list is faster than array. Sir, array can be like only stored or like homogeneous. Like yep, array only stores a single type or like a single data type of element. But linked list can be like anything can be stored over there. Sir, array basically work like indexing things over there, like 1 to 3 from 0 to like number of indexes, while linked list is holds to so like next holds the address of next element and the previous element also. No, sorry.
Okay, just tell me what is one difference between array and list? Array and list.
Sorry, array list or array linked list? So array and array list. That basically array and array list, right? Okay, array is kind of like a fixed length, but while array list is like you can change the particular list of particular size of array list. Yeah, that's like a major difference of array and array list.
Okay, so we have used somewhere like what is the difference between abstract class and interface?
Abstract class and interface. So basically, abstract class is all about like started with keyword abstract, and interface while
No, this thing not.
okay, like abstract class doesn't support multiple inheritance, while interface support multiple inheritance. And like while using abstract class, we use abstract keyword for we use extend keyword for like implementation of like abstract class, while interface we use implement keyword particular to like implement particular interface over there. So interface can only abstract methods, but abstract class can have abstract and non-abstract methods.
Give me the real example of abstract.
Like a real example of abstract method. So abstract class.
How can we make in our coding?
So we can use like abstract keyword particular class. Like there's I do have a particular class. We can use a keyword abstract to making it abstract.
What we are achieving?
Sorry?
What we are achieving from this? Why we are doing abstract?
So to like making things not like directly accessible to at all.
An interface?
Interface receives that can be making like we are using keyword interface. Interface also like a way of communication between like activities and not in activities, in fragments.
So just tell me what are handlers?
So the handler is all about like handling like we use handler in like for third purpose. Like as I use handler in like slash screen, we make a handler for delaying a particular slash at that for a few seconds, and we can use like a handler to like while making a delay at that showing a banner particular handler basically like leads to making a delay in projects. Like as I say, handler I use handler for slash delay and use handler for like making a delay in a banner showing at home. We can use like a particular duration of delay in handler.
Okay. You have worked 1 month in Flutter.
Yep.
So what you know about Flutter and what is Flutter and how much you like what we can do from Flutter? So can you brief me about Flutter?
So not about like everything. I have worked like 1 month. I work like designing. I work only in design. That's like setting up and designing over there. Best thing is like Flutter is all about like maintaining a UI. Obviously, like gorgeous UI. You can say like we can achieve a most beautiful UI than Android or they use from Flutter. We can use like a multi-platform like iOS and Android also in Flutter. Yeah. That's the major advantage that I saw, like a two, like from iOS and like
Which language Flutter support?
that's
Like we in Android we have Java
Java
and
and Kotlin.
Kotlin.
Yeah. There's another language in the Flutter.
Which language is this? Like you have make the design. What are
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
design?
I know that. I'm unable to recall like this. For iOS, I use like a Swift and Dart. Sorry, yeah, I recall the Dart language with Flutter.
So what is you have used it?
Yeah, I use setup. I'm making a downloading the plugin in Dart Studio for Dart. You can
Yes,
also like
the
yeah.
plugins. Like what are the plugins? In Android also there are some plugins and all. What are these plugins?
Yeah, I use like I use Dart library like Dart SDK as a plugin in Android Studio.
No, leave it.
I didn't
I'm
use a
saying
separate SDK over there.
no, leave it. I'm saying what are plugins?
The plugin basically like a third party thing to making things easy to like Android Studio, like help to that helps to code. Like there's a lot of like plugins to like making a suggestion to the code, like lots of plugins like Android Studio, like view of changing the view of Android Studio. Like plugin is all about like uh, making things easy to the developer to help the like implementing several real time and solving the particular things to plugin.
Okay. Last thing. How we can transfer objects from one activity to other?
So there's several ways to like transferring one activity or link one object to another activity. Like we can use like event bus, the third party like Gene Boot event bus over there. We can use from activity to another activity. We can use
Leave it.
bundle.
Another way.
Yeah. We can use
Another way.
intent. Yeah.
How we can use intent?
So while the launching the another activity from like I am launching the activity A to B, initializing the intent over there. So we have to put whatever data I want to like passing whatever I have to pass the data. We have to put in intent, like put put a string in and our keyword in the key value pairs over there. We can get the data, all the data like get intent or get string or star whatever that was that in like another activity.
While using object for transferring, you have used serializable and all. So why we use serializable?
Sorry.
So when we transfer object or array from another activity,
Okay.
is something you have used like serializable and all parsable. You have used or not?
Yeah, serializable and parsable. So yeah.
So what are these?
Sir, this is basically like to serialize data. Like well, I am using like if we use like a string in double they are normally can be like transferring one activity to another. While I'm using list or array list while passing the large data, we can use like a complex data type. We have to use like parsable or like serializable over there. So parsable is more faster than serializable. Like
Which one you have used? Parsable or serializable?
sir, both.
In which condition you have used serializable or parsable?
So basically, I use serializable for while passing I am array list. While I am not using while I am not knowing the data type of passing a particular direct object, we will use parsable.
Okay. That's all for today.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Later on, our HR will tell you
Okay, thank you.
data process. ठीक है. Thank you.